Hello everyone, this is Elson, and I'm here today to make a video about how to install the Force of Will Battle Simulator on your computer. Now, I want to go ahead and let everyone know that this is not the end-all be-all video that will help you for sure get this program working. There's always a variable that I can't account for, like your operating system or your hardware or your software. The fact that this program's still in beta. There's a lot of things that could go wrong. So what I'm going to show you is the things that I've got that I've done to make this program work, and the things that I've heard other people have problems with that have been solved by doing all these things. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to download the program. Now the easiest way to download the program is to go to Force of Will Reddit, right here at the top of the bar. Just type it in Google, Force of Will Reddit, and you can click on Force of Will Battle Simulator General Thread. This brings you to a getting started and an issue and bug tracker. Now these are people who are trying to actively help others with the issues they have with the game. You can get to getting started, and underneath the very first title here is the official website for the Force of Will Battle Simulator and the alternative mirror. The official website has the download on it, and it has ways to help you figure stuff out. The alternative mirror is someone's alternative mirror for Google. You can click on it, and it will take you to this type of screen in which you will hit download, and you will download the program. Now after you download the program, you need something to be able to open the Force of Will zip file. Now I would suggest using a program called WinRAR, which if you go to Google and type in WinRAR, it'll come up with the download section at rarlab.com. It's a free download. After you download it, you will be able to open up the file that you get. It will show up as a bunch of little books. And you double click on it. It'll take a second to open. When it opens, you'll get a screen that looks kind of like this. Zip WinRAR evaluation copy. Here's the little book stack. It'll come up with a folder that says FOW Battle Simulator. You can click into it to make sure all these folders and files are here. So the next thing you want to do is you want to grab this file and drag it on your desktop. This is just how I do it. Some other people might do it other ways. You can right click on it and extract to a specified folder. You can make your own folder. I do it this way. I feel like it's easiest for me. After you have grabbed this folder, you're going to want to go into your computer. You're going to want to go into your local C and go to your program files. Now I put this in program files 86. As you can see right here, FOW Battle Simulator. It needs to be in your program files. This will solve some of the problems people have with either the game loading into a black screen, not loading at all, starting up for 5-6 seconds and then shutting down, and other connection problems when you're trying to connect to other people, because your program files has permissions that your desktop might not have. I know it's kind of a weird thing, but that's just how it works. So you want to make sure it's in your program files right here. So let's go ahead and delete that. After you get it into your program files, the next thing you want to do is right click on it and go to properties. Now some people have at the bottom here a button that says unblock. This file has been downloaded from someone else's computer and may have problems, viruses, blah, blah, blah. You want to hit unblock because otherwise this folder will be blocked. That doesn't happen all the time, and it's not something that should be here, really. Once you have it in your program files, it should be gone. But if you do, that's what you'll do. You'll hit unblock. After you hit unblock, you probably want to go into your virus protection / Windows firewall. Any virus protection, any firewall you own, you'll want to go to, for Windows, System and Security, allow a program through firewall. You'll then want to find the Force of Will EXE, FBS EXE, inside of that folder that you put in there. You'll go to Change Settings, add another or allow another program, and then search for it yourself. Put it in here just to make sure. This is always a problem, allowing something through your firewall. Make sure to do it with your virus protection Anything you can possibly allow this through, any virus, any firewall, will absolutely help you. So after you've allowed it, the next thing you probably want to do is you want to open it. Because if you're having problems opening it, then that's as far as we can go. Those are the things I know to help people open the game. Now for me, it opens like this. It does take a minute. We get a now loading sign down here, and we have 3 buttons. Now it has still, at this point in the game, shut down on me. We don't want that, of course. But this is what it should look like. You've got your back button, you've got your deck building button, and you've got your battle button. Make sure you can go in your deck building button. Make sure you can see some decks, the starter decks that it starts with. Make sure you can put some cards in a deck. Just try it out. So once you've done that, you're probably going to want to connect to players and play. This is what the screen looks like right here. You get to choose your deck. You can see your character, all your cute little emotes and stuff. At the top here, you'll notice that there's a number that is 7800 in this bottom box and an IP address up here. Now this one's probably actually blank. Yes. So 7800 is the port that is supposed to be allowed on your router so that you can connect to someone else. Not really connect to someone else, host a game so someone else can connect to you. And the IP address, of course, is the IP address of the person you're trying to connect to. This button right here is the host button. You get to choose what to do, a single battle, match battle, whatever. So let's say you're trying to do a battle. Here is the screen that you host from. This is the LAN, play over LAN. And then you hit this and connect and play. And this is the internet. This is how to tell that you're on the internet. So this is your router, this is LAN, and this is internet. So the first thing you want to do is maybe find someone who you can try and connect with right away. It may work, it may not work. Let's say you go onto the Force of Will Reddit. You go over to the right side of the screen. Let's see if I can find this. And hit Discord server. Get on the Discord server or the Skype group chat. And you can ask someone if they want to play. There's a looking for group section. After you ask someone to play, tell them you don't have any programs. You just have this. This program is it. Type in their IP address and try and connect. If you cannot connect, flip it around. Have them try and connect to you. Go ahead and host a game over the internet and see if they can connect to you. Give them your IP address and let them try. If they cannot connect, here's the next thing you can do. You're going to have to forward your port if you want to host a game. This is a little difficult. This is something that I cannot absolutely help you with. The best thing I can do is tell you that you can look up port forwarding, if I can spell, pass my mic here. And you're going to have to type in something like your router, your ISP, your internet service provider. You're going to have to type in something like that. So let's just, for example, take that I'm working on Comcast. So you'd type in Comcast, and it'll tell you how to forward your port. Now, the first step in this, I can help you with at least, connecting to your router. You have to open a window, a browser in your computer here, and connect to your router. You can't just do these settings from in the real world here. So for Comcast, this is for anybody. For Comcast, 10.0.0.1 will bring you to a screen like this. Now, underneath this black box at the bottom here shows your connected devices, MAC addresses for each one, the connection type. But what you're worried about is the username and password, which for everyone's router is username is admin, password should be password, unless you've changed it. You might need to look that up. Once you log into this, there's going to be a section that shows port forwarding. Now, I'm not going to go into this myself, the screen here, because there's a lot of information on there I don't want to give away. But it will have a section that labeled port forwarding. You're going to have to forward port 7,800. One of the problems with Comcast is that you need your external IP to forward the port. And a lot of people have trouble getting their external IP. They think it's just their IP address. It's actually not. You need to have an IP address that starts with 10.0.0. something. So to find that address out, because that might be a little difficult for people to find out, you go to Start menu and type in CMD. Bring up your command prompt. Type in IP config. You're going to hit enter. This is also going to bring up some sensitive information for me, at least I feel. So you hit enter after typing in IP config. Then you're going to scroll up. And you're going to try and look for the connection you connect to the internet with, which is usually IPv4. It's not IPv4. It has an IPv4 connection. That is what you're looking for. So let's say I'm using wireless connection WLAN 4, okay, in my connection settings. That's the connection I'm using to connect to the internet, either wirelessly or wireless, wirelessly or wireless. Wired. Sorry, I'm gonna keep messing this up. Doesn't matter what kind of connection you have, just make sure it's the one that you are actively using to connect to the internet. It should say IPv4, and it will give you a 10.0.0. something. You'll use this in your port forwarding menu as the IP address for the port 7800. Now, like I said, everyone is going to be different. There is no guarantee you're going to be able to find what you need. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to say Comcast. You're going to have to say Charter. You're going to have to say, I don't know if Google Fiber has their own thing. You might have to do, let's say you have a Netgear router. It'll bring all these things up if you type port forwarding in Netgear. And then also be as specific as you can. Do you know what kind of router it is? You know the name of it. Does it have numbers? Once you forward your port, you should, in theory, be able to host a game of Force of Will. You might have to mess around with some settings. I don't really know. There's a lot going for it. Now let's say you don't want to port forward, or you don't know how to port forward, or it doesn't work very well. Other people have been getting the game to work with a program called Hamachi. It is called Log Me in Hamachi, and it is a static IP simulator type thing. What you're going to do is you're going to go to Log Me in Hamachi on Google. You're going to download the program, and you're going to sign up. It's just a little account. There's no money involved. There's nothing big. It's just a little account. It's just to let you know what your account is. So what's going to happen is it's going to say create a new network or join an existing network when you log in. What you're going to want to do is you can create a new network for yourself or join an existing one. The new network is for people to connect to you. So let's say I create an existing network. Mine, for example, probing, is called Force of Will Duel. Force of Will Duels. Yeah, Force of Will Duel. Sorry. The password is Force of Will Duel, just like this. Capital F, capital W, Force of Will Duel. And you type in the network name, and then that is the password. Hit enter. You should be able to connect to someone. You can have a maximum of 5 people in your Log Me in Hamachi unless you pay real money. You can just hit right-click and evict someone out, and then later have them join back in. But you can only have a maximum of 5. Now, once these people are connected to you, this is your actual IP address for the Log Me in Hamachi. Okay? What you also need to make sure of is to make sure, and now Log Me in Hamachi should be fine. It should be able to just work right out of the program box. But if for some reason it's having problems, you're going to have to look that up yourself. I've never had a problem with Log Me in Hamachi. But there are problems. So make sure this power button is on. This is power off, so it's on right now. We have all this stuff together. I've given these people, like Larry Nguyen here, I've given him my network. He's logged in. As I open Force of Will, it's going to have the host button here, and it's going to say the IP address of Log Me in Hamachi. Now, this is local area network, but this is because this is the only way to connect with Hamachi. It's like it's connecting directly to the person. And this should work. This is about as far as I can go. I know it might not be as helpful for some people, but LogMe and Hamachi should help you run the program. So it should help you connect to your other players. And everything else I showed you should help you stay connected to the game itself. I really don't have anything else for anyone. This is still in beta, and there are still people having problems with this. This is all I can tell you guys. Some people wanted a video, so I tried my best. Let me know if there's any other problems. Maybe I can help you look it up. Leave a comment on what please let me know what operating system you have. Let me know what router you have. You need to make sure you let me know as much as you possibly can, or I can't help you. If you just say I can't get it to work, I'll say, okay, well, I don't know what your problem is. I have no clue where to start. So please, in the comment section, if you have a problem still, tell me what you've done, what your operating system is, what your router is, your internet service provider, and we'll try and figure this out. Again, thank you all for stopping by and watching this little video. Join me on my stream, which I'll leave in the description. I'll leave links to the stream in all 4 platforms in the description, and my YouTube videos here are not anything big and are important, but people are seeming to like the Force Wheel Battle Simulator videos, so, you know, you don't have to like this or anything. It's just for fun. So, alright everyone, have a good one.